It could be that this is not your morning start, but if you know the basic principles of yoga, I think you can always start with Victoria because she explains everything incredibly well, and it is a great way to get into your day. Just to catch up on the no alarm week, which Victoria's following as well. Yes. I wanted to get to bed early. You wanted to get to bed early.
Yes, and neither of us did,
Neither of us did. Events overtook us. I was explaining to my nephew about some stuff to do with AI. Don't know how I got in that conversation, but I've been looking at it yesterday, and you were.
I was trying to poo.
for a test she's doing. Victoria's always on a mission because she is a beauty editor of Get the Gloss. So your other life is one of testing things all the time for us to see if they're good. She has very efficacious testing on Get the Gloss if you ever want to have objective views on beauty. So we didn't, but I did set the alarm in case I didn't wake up. But I woke up at 7:15. So it's sort of like I've got to trust that the alarm actually doesn't wake me. I just lie in bed a bit and then I
it's your security.
And then the alarm wakes me. Whereas when I first wake up, it's just about getting up. Yeah. What time do you wake up? I
had the opposite actually, because I didn't have a restful end to my day. I was like worrying about the instructions for this poo test because I had to fill out 3 different vials of poo and freeze one and put one in a hygienic bag and horrify my family by storing poo in the fridge, which you have to do for these poo tests, all very sanitized. But because I was very in my head at the time I went to bed, I actually woke up at 5:30 this morning because my cortisol was like phew. So it had the opposite effect. So not such a great bedtime routine for us, but we're going to wake ourselves up because we've got a big day.
And so I said to Victoria, it'd be really good to do one which is a great flow that gives energy for us. So if you're feeling you've woken up a little bit tired and you'd love some energy to your day, then do follow. And we're going to have it on my phone. I'll just film it, but I won't save it. But Victoria, on her YouTube, Victoria Woodall, very easy to remember, has a YouTube channel with her films. And on Tuesday, she always films herself on her own phone, and you upload it by this afternoon, don't you?
Yes, it's usually,
Right. Okay, so I'm going to turn the comments off. And we're going to begin, and you just need a mat or a carpet if you want to.
Yep, absolutely. Bare feet. It's much nicer to feel the ground. Some people do yoga in socks, but I find it a bit slippy, and also we really want to feel the ground nice and steady. So let's start in horse stance. So keeping my hips nice and stable and just moving my upper back, because a lot of us can get quite hunched and locked, especially if you sleep in a tight ball like I do. And start to get the breath a little bit bigger, breathing in and out through the nose. So that is going to be your key to balancing your mind, whatever kind of frame of mind you've woken up in. We want the inhale to be the same length as the exhale. And to make an ocean sound in the back of the throat. So keep your hips steady and just move your upper back. Okay, coming back to center, we're going to straighten the legs. We're going to do our lion's breath out, hair, like that, with a big tongue. Lift up your pelvic floor and draw your abdomen in, unless you've got any abdominal pressure issues, such as pregnancy. Here we go. Inhale, sweep the arms up, big breath. That's your energy. Exhale, pause, hold the breath out, straighten the arms, lift up your pelvic floor and draw your navel in. Just have a look, see it drawing in, and soften your face. Feeling the energy lifting up on the inside. So if gravity's pushing you down or events, we're going to counter that by lifting up on the inside and release. Another one like this. Big breath in. Straighten the arms. Pelvic floor lifts. Navel draws back. Push the knees away and broaden across the upper back. And release. Last one, inhale. Exhale, straighten the arms, pelvic floor, navel, and then we're going to flap the navel in and out like we're fanning the flames of our digestive fire, which in effect we are getting everything moving. I needed this last night.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that.
I should have completely forgot. It's quite energizing, so I didn't want to wake myself up, but it might have been a good idea. And release, coming to the top of the mat. Shake it out. Jaw nice and soft. Breathing in and out through the nose. Making the ocean sound by contracting the vocal folds. going to keep this sound, soothing sound on throughout the practice, and it's going to create a sound that's louder than our thoughts. So we're going to get out of our thinking mind and into our feeling body. Come to the top of the mat. Whew, nice and fizzy now. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. See your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, release the neck. Inhale, look forward, lean forwards. This is our sun salutation. Exhale, step it back, bend the elbows and come all the way to the floor for this first one. Inhale, lift the heart, slow breath in. Exhale, chin down, bum lift, arm straight, down dog. Lots to fit in that out breath. Pedaling out your feet. Steadying your breath once more. Inhale the same length as your exhale. And feel the ground. Feel your hands spreading broad. Feel your toes on the floor. Feel your heels extending towards the floor. Hips lift high. One more big breath in. One more slow breath out. And then soften your knees, look forward. Come to the top of the mat, look up. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Arms sweep up, inhale. Press your palms, look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands down by your side. Inhale, round two. Exhale, hear the breath. Inhale. Exhale, step back. Change nothing but your elbows and bend them. Inhale, chest forward and up. Upward facing dog, thighs and knees off if you can, and stretch the front of the throat, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your right hand to your left shin and draw yourself a little bit further towards your feet. Leveling off your hips, really push through that left hand, waking up the left arm, getting nice and strong. Switch sides. Leveling off your hips, push through that right hand this time. And take it down. Soften your knees. Come up, inhale. Long spine. Exhale, fold. See your belly button. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Third one, inhale. Exhale. Creating a rhythm with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, take it back and lower. Inhale, upward facing, slow movement, same length breath. Stretch the throat. Exhale, downward facing. Breathing in. Breathe out one. Breathing in, melt the heart more towards the thighs. Breathe out two. Breathing in, hearing the sound. Breathe out three. And four, staying with that steady breath. Breathe out five. Soften your knees, look forward, top of the mat, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands down by your side, sun salutation B. Inhale, chair, sink low, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step it back, down dog or push up dog, down dog. And then right foot steps between your hands, back heel down, coming into warrior one. Exhale, take only the left hand down. Take the back heel off and see if you can step back just with one hand, steadying yourself with your arm. Nice. Take the hand down, lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Other side, left foot steps, back heel down, warrior one, so hips square to the front of the mat, front shin vertical. Exhale, just the right hand down. Stay nice and steady in that one arm plank shape. Step back, that's it, and lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Either stay in down dog or child's pose or join me for another round. Right foot steps, warrior one. Exhale, left hand or both hands down, step back, plank, lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Other side, left foot steps back, heel down, warrior one, reach, press down with your feet. Exhale, right hand down or both hands down, step back, that's it, lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Steadying your breath, just 3 breaths here, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2, make them count. Inhale, bringing in the vital life force prana on the breath. This is your rocket fuel. And breathe it out, soften knees, look forward. Inhale, top of the mat, look up. And fold. Inhale, chair. And we're going to go straight to half chair. Interlock the fingers, chest on the thighs. Sink the weight into the heels and soften your eyebrows. Elbows nice and straight, back of the neck long. Sit lower, elbows higher. And then come all the way up into normal chair. Taking a twist, left elbow, right knee. If you want a challenge here, and that's optional, you look down and you lift your left heel to your left butt cheek, flamingo. Squeeze your knees in. So looking down, that's it, squeeze Mula Bandha. Yep. And then all the way down, coming up to chair. Other side. Looking up over your top elbow. If you're doing the challenge, you need to look down for this, for balance. Keep your knees together and your right heel comes up. Keep pressing down with the hands. Steadying your breath. Really nice. Inhale, back to center, chair. And then heel toe the feet apart for your squat. High squat or low squat, whatever is right for your knees. Heels can be on or off. You just want to feel the inner thighs opening. You can move from side to side, just getting into those sensations in the hips, finding out where they are, switching them on, making that connection. Either staying here, experimenting more with Malasana, or crow, hands and feet in a square, knees high up on the backs of the arms. That's step 1, making contact with the knees with the upper arms, ideally on the outsides if you're new, so you're squeezing the surfaces together. Step 2, come onto your tiptoes and start to take the weight into your hands. Push the floor away, broaden across the upper back. Look down and forward, and as you tip forward, your feet will come off. It's a weight. It's a shift in the weight rather than any kind of kicking up. Push the floor away more. That's it. And everybody meet in down dog. If you've been doing crow for a while, you can jump back into push-up. And downward facing dog. Ready for our warriors. Right foot steps, back heel down, warrior 1. And we're going to hold here for 3. Inhale, reach up with the arms more. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Interlock the hands behind the back. Inhale, arch the back. Really open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, shuffle the foot to the right and bow down, humble warrior. Back knee can be down if that helps you stabilize. Can you bend the front knee more? That's it, yeah, so the knee comes, ideally your hair eventually gets to the floor. Back leg nice and strong. Lift that fist up more. Pressing into the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, open hips and arms to the side, warrior 2, pubic bone lifts, tailbone down. Feel like you're stretching the mat between your feet and your elbows are broadening your chest, pulling your elbows away from each other. Sink down a little lower. Now take the back hand down and without moving the hips, reverse the warrior. Give yourself a stretch between your right elbow and your right hip. Take the top hand and give yourself more of a squeeze. Additional challenge, lift the front heel off. Squeeze your pelvic floor like we did at the beginning, navel in. And Coming down, warrior two. Inhale, straighten front leg. Shorten your stance, reach forward and down for your big toe or your shin. Spin the chest open. Take the top arm up for triangle, and then we're going to open out the shoulder more by wrapping the top hand behind you and just letting your ear flop towards your shoulder, neck stretch. Legs nice and strong. Breath steady. Really letting that neck open. Oh, I love that. Take the left hand to the left hip at the front. We've got half moon. Crawling the fingertips forward into the right, and maybe catch some air under that back foot as you lift it off. Press out through both heels, so right hand stays down. And maybe the left arm comes up as well. Strong legs. And exhale. Take it down, chin to shin. That's it. So we're in a kind of standing forward bend, and then step that left foot back. You're either side of the midline with your feet, hips face forward, fold forward over that front leg, so you're on your fingertips or on blocks. Both heels are down, both legs are straight. Inhale, lengthen the spine along that extended leg. Exhale, fold forward. Either stay here or it's left hand down, right arm up, revolving triangle, keeping your hips where they are. Yeah, put the block on the other side. So you ideally want that back heel rooted down, so you could step it even potentially wider. Yeah, that might be more stable. Staying with the intensity. And then take that hand down, step that back foot back. So we're back in our lunge shape, and it's elbow to knee, back arm up and over, side angle. Or hand down if you like. Inhale. And exhale, press the back foot down. And exhale. Look down, take that left elbow outside the right knee. The back heel can come off if you like, taking a twist. Looking up. Very nice. Uncurl. Step that back foot back, the back foot back, and we're going to come into side plank on the right. So inhale, take your feet together and bring your shoulders over your wrists, and then rolling over onto your right hand, outside edge of right foot. If you want to experiment here, push your hips up and maybe bend your knee into tree pose. You can even grab the top big toe. And see if you can spin your chest more to the sky. It's really going to work your arm. Oh. And exhale, take it down. Sit back in child's pose. Breathing in. And breathing out. Either stay in child's pose or elbow dog or forearm stand. So if you want a rest, it's a child's pose. If you want to work on shoulders, it's forearm dog, so forearms down, walk your feet in and then push back through your arms. You can raise one leg and then switch, raise the other, or go to a wall and start to hop up for forearm stand. When you're done, come down, everybody meet in child's pose or puppy, if that's better for your knees. So steadying the breath once more, so calm, steady breath, calm, steady mind. So when you're ready, we're going to do that entire sequence on the other side. Downward facing dog. And it's left foot steps forward, back heel down, so either side of the midline. Hips face forward, warrior one. Arms up. And then you're looking up, spinning the hips round, pressing the outside edge of the back foot down. With every inhale, you reach up more. Lift pelvic floor. And with every exhale, you feel the ground nice and steady. One more. Now interlock the fingers behind the back, shuffle the foot off to the left a bit. Inhale, lift the heart, really going to stretch the shoulders, deeply bend the front knee, bow down, back knee can come down if you like. Humble warrior. It's a really nice place to lift your pelvic floor and your navel like we did at the beginning. Just gives you that extra bit of structure, support, inner strength, inner lift. Pressing into the feet, release the hands, coming all the way up, warrior two, heels in line now and hips face the right. That's it, yeah. Turn the back foot in a little. That one, yeah, that's it. Reaching out, the elbows, that's it, out to a T. And stretch the mat between your heels. Ready to reverse it, so turn the palms up, keep your hips where they are, and take your left arm up, back, hand back. That's it, looking up at the top hand. Maybe take your top wrist for an extra stretch, maybe lift your front heel off. And then take it down, back to warrior two. Inhale, step the back foot in a little bit, shorten the stance. Reach down for your triangle pose, straight legs, twist the chest to the right. Right arm up, and then we'll wrap the top hand behind you to reach for the inner thigh, opening out the shoulders. So you're working your bottom leg towards straight, opening out the shoulders and letting your head go. So let your ear flop to your shoulder, yes. Just stretch the side of the neck. Ready for half moon, look down, take the right hand to the right hip at the front. Crawl the left fingertips forward, take them on a block or on the floor, right arm up. Strong legs, really push out through both heels. So left hand stays down for this one. One more breath in. One more breath out. Keep that back leg lifted. Take that right hand down, chin to shin, and just take the right leg up a bit more. Standing splits. And then take a big step back. Place your back heel down, turn your back foot in, heels either side of the midline, fold forward, pyramid pose. That's it. Step your back foot in a bit more, and so you can get that heel down. That's it. And with every inhale, it's almost like you're drawing your chest forward to lengthen the front of the body, and then you exhale, pour it down. Revolving triangle, it's right hand down, inside or outside the foot, left arm up. Head goes forward, and especially that left hip swings a bit more to the right. And then take that hand down, step back a little bit more, bend the front knee, elbow to thigh, back arm up and over for side angle. Lovely side stretch from your top wrist to your back heel. So little finger side, faces down. That's it. Back arch of the foot lifts. That's it. Really root that down. And look down, take the twist, right elbow, left knee. Taking the twist, back heel off, back knee down, whatever you prefer. But everybody's doing strong legs, long spine, big breath. Inhale, take the hands down. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog, and roll over onto your left hand, outside edge of left foot. Take the right arm to the sky for side plank. Press the hips up and see if you can rotate your chest a little bit more to the sky. If you did your tree legs challenge or grab your big toe, do that. But everybody's pressing strongly into that bottom hand, spinning the chest more towards the sky. Very nice. Come down. And then lower into your push-up. You can go all the way to the floor if you want a softer one. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, child's pose. Either stay there or forearm stand, forearm dog, round 2. Shoulder strengthening. So if you're doing forearm stand, you can go to the wall. The fingertips are almost on the wall, on the skirting board. And then you look forward and then you bounce off the bottom foot. And when you finish playing around with that, come back into child's pose. Breathing in. And breathing out. We have got one more arm strengthening heart opener, wild thing. So it's a bit like side plank, but we're going to open up. So I'll show you what we've done it before. You go into side plank and then the foot comes behind you. You want to keep that right leg straight. And then the idea is the hips press to the sky because you're pressing that hand down a lot. And then you're looking up and behind you. So you need squeeze your butt cheeks, squeeze your legs. That's it. See if you can lengthen the right leg. That's it. Breathe, soften your face. Nice, and slowly with control coming all the way down. Nice, that's going to really broaden across the chest for those of us that are at our desks all day. Child's pose. And when you're ready, other side. So we start off in side plank. So ideally that bottom leg wants to stay straight, like in side plank all the time. And the top leg just comes behind you with the foot on the floor. Yeah, straighten. Yeah, that's it. Now turn the hips to the sky more. That's it, straighten that left leg. Yeah. Press the hips up more by pressing down on the hands. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Reach behind you, open the chest to the sky. Oh, and coming down. Child's pose. Take a deep breath into the back of the heart. And feel your heart melting down towards the floor. You've just opened it up with that chest stretch. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk to the back of the mat, grab your big toes with your peace fingers, draw your elbows out to the side and fold down, working your legs towards straight. And then slide your hands underneath your feet, fingertips face back, wriggling your toes into your wrist crease. Giving yourself a hand massage. With every exhale, releasing a little bit deeper. And then release the hands, take them to the hips. Slowly, slowly stand all the way up, come onto your tiptoes. Great for your posture, lift up in your pelvic floor, draw the navel in, draw your ribs in and elbows alongside the ears. Walk all the way forwards like you're balancing a book on your head. And take the hands down, step it out wide. I'll face you for our wide-legged forward bends. Take the legs out wide, parallel them. Hands on hips, inhale, lift the heart, exhale, fold forward. Hands down underneath your face. Relax your neck. Get your head down, take the weight off the mind, pressing into the heels, lifting the kneecaps. 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift the hips higher, press the heels out more. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift the kneecaps, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, 4. Maybe walk your hands a little bit further back behind your legs. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, take the hands to the hips. Exhale, slowly stand all the way up. Interlock the fingers behind the back, another heart opener, so parallel the feet, so heels out a little bit more. Take your heels out a little, yeah, so you want to turn your toes in, heels out, other way, that's it. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold. So you want to try and take the bend out of the wrist, so eventually, yeah, oh, you've got great, I can't do that, that's so good. Pressing the palms, and then with the inhale, lift, that's it. And then with every exhale, deepen. Inhale, lift the fist to the sky, roll the shoulders back. That's it. Inhale, exhale. Yeah. Inhale, take the hands to the hips, very nice. Exhale, stay low, turn the feet out, side to side lunges. So we keep flowing, so we've got no time to think about anything. Just moving and breathing. And then make a figure of 8 on its side with your hips. Coming back to center, slide the legs out as far as they will go. Squeeze the kneecaps, maybe on your forearms, maybe on blocks, maybe on your hands. Turn up your breath. Feel where your body wants to go safely. So by turning up our breath and making this audible sound, we've got less chance of tuning into our thoughts, more chance of hearing what our body needs. Sit down from where you are, just gently release, sit down on the floor with the legs wide. Take the hands behind you, sit tall, draw the toes towards the face, and lift up in your pelvic floor. So you want to feel the pelvis rolling forward. So this is a hip movement. So if your pelvis is rolling back, you might want to sit on a block. Imagine it's like a bowl, and you're trying to tip the water forward out of the bowl. I've disappeared, there we go. That's it. Rolling it forward. So this is going to give you a little bit more room in your hips. Yeah. So thinking about the pubic bone making its way to the floor. Take the hands out in front of you, long spine. Draw the toes towards the face, so you've got nice active legs, that's it. With every inhale, pull on the fingertips, lengthen the front of the body. Exhale, fold a little deeper. For many decades, I was stuck upright in this pose, and I thought my anatomy just wouldn't let me do it, but I just kept doing it, and that's really all it is. There's no mystery. I did get my son to sit on me, but it is, you know, these are sort of millimetre by millimetre gains, and it's just repetition, really. That's all it is. There's no magic. You don't have a special body. Now I really love doing this. So eventually the poses that you just think, oh my God, this feels awful, they become the really, really nice ones. Because you feel such a release. Yeah. Only took me about 15 years, but I wasn't doing it as regularly then. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Come to the front of the mat for half Hanumanasana, so half splits. Take the right leg forward. Take the hands alongside the leg. Inhale, lift the heart, toes towards the face, chin to shin, and you can walk your hands forward if you like. And if you like, you can start to work the back leg back more. I keep my back toes tucked, so I can try and go down with a straight leg rather than flopping onto my hips. Put any padding you need under your legs and squeeze your Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. So staying with these intense sensations by turning up the breath. I'm going to get you 2 blocks. These ones, the cork ones, are a little bit more sturdy. Put a bit more weight on those. So.
I learned that when I was on holiday because this friend of mine, Catherine's done yoga for like 40 years.
Oh, is that what she does?
She just says always put a block anywhere that you feel strain.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially as you get older, just do it because otherwise that's when you start to have accidents.
Exactly. So blocks are not cheating. Yeah. They are give your body messages of support to say, I am safe, rather than you going too far. It's always much better to use a prop than to muscle your way into something. And if you're breathing deeply, you'll feel what's right. And then switch sides. Starting with the half splits, half Hanuman. And maybe staying there. Or sliding the back foot back more. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so when you get down a bit lower, then we'll start to pad underneath here. And then you can rest the thigh on something. It might be a little bit wobbly at the moment. Yeah, so eventually you'll rest on that.
The other thing is the proportion, like Victoria proportionally has much longer legs and a shorter body, so you can get your arms down quickly. I have such a long back that
you've got further to go.
Straight, it's so much further to go, so I need the block just to get my back straight. Yeah. Otherwise I could not, even if my legs are flat, it would be really jammed.
I do like the cork ones because they're a lot more stable than the soft plastic ones. And then slowly hit eject. Downward facing dog. Walk to the back of the mat. Grab opposite elbows and hang. Get your head down. This is a really nice breath break you can do in the middle of the day. Get your head down below your heart. It gives your legs a nice stretch. It gives your shoulders a stretch. You can even interlock the fingers and take the arms up and over. It gives your mind a little rest, especially if you do your yoga breathing at the same time. Take the hands to the hips, come all the way up. For tree pose. Shift the weight into the right leg, firm up the left leg, firm up the left butt cheek. And you can start low, but we all want to do it in the middle of the room if we can. So turn the right knee out, heel into the ankle or the calf, not on the knee though, or higher up. So take the position that you can do freestanding. Take your hands in prayer, squeeze the shoulders back. So pressing the palms actively together and squeezing the shoulders back to open the chest. Turn up your breath. If you're wobbling, it's likely to be your gaze. So pick a spot to look at in front of you. Softly look there and don't move your eyes. Take the arms up. But the ribs stay drawing in. Think of that posture thing we did earlier on our tiptoes. And take the hands down. Cross the ankle over the knee and sit down for your hip stretch. Eventually, the foot hooks around the left upper arm and your fingers come to the floor. Hips go low, flex that top foot. That's it. And of course you can have your hands on blocks here if it brings the floor closer to you. Inhale, come all the way up, pressing into that standing leg. And exhale, release other side. So low, medium, or heel into inner thigh tree. Everybody's firming up their right leg butt cheek, squeeze it. Feel the ground with your toes. You can even wriggle your toes. Press the palms together strongly and then squeeze the shoulder blades in the back. Pick a spot to look at. Doesn't matter if you wobble, that's ankle strengthening. Take your arms up. Ribs draw in. Feel the line of energy from your feet all the way up your leg, all the way through your pelvic floor, your navel, up your spine, back of the neck, out through the crown of the head, out through the fingertips. And then bring your hands down in prayer, ankle over knee, for your hip stretch. Ooh. And pressing into the right heel like you're trying to make a dent in the floor to stand all the way up. That's it. Fantastic. That's us done standing. We're going to come to the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step it to the back of the mat. Down dog. Inhale, plank. Push the floor away. Now, without changing anything other than your arms, you're going to bend your elbows just to the point where you feel like you can still just about hold it. Just bend your elbows to the side of the body. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Chest forward and up, upward facing. Squeeze your bum. Exhale, downward facing, and sit down. Double pigeon. Nice one for the hips. Again, blocks are really great here, and we'll show you how to use them in a minute. So it's ankle to knee, right shin on top. If the knee is really high, you'll be more comfortable right shin in front. But the knees and the ankles are in line. So it's not a cross ankles. I'm crossing quite high up at the shin. And in front, yeah. Can you bring your knees in a little, the whole thing in a little bit more? But then out, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so actively press that knee down. If your knee is really high like that, you can put a block here and use that as support, or even under here. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold forward, take your hands out in front of you. Inhale, drawing back on the fingertips to lengthen the front of the body. And exhale, maybe fold a little bit more. So again, strong legs, long spine. So we're not going to the point where you're hunching. This is a hip stretch, not a back hunch. Really nice. Inhale, come all the way up. Take the top of the right foot back, extend the left leg. If you have delicate knees, you want to take a wider angle here. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, long spine. Reach for the outside edges of your feet with a belt or with your hands. So again, belt is really useful. Stops you overstraining, overstretching. So you're inhaling, drawing yourself forward with the grip or the belt, and then exhaling, folding deeper. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, lying back, come onto your forearms or maybe onto your back for the thigh stretch. Lifting your chest high. So if you're like this, you're lifting your chest like that, that's it. If you're on your forearms like this, on your back, arms up and over. Inhale, come all the way up. Place your left foot flat on the floor next to your knee. That's it. And then we're going to come all the way up. Take your knee on the back of your arm like you're going to do crow, just with one leg. So we're going to start from there, coming forward with the hands in front of you. That's it. Is that all right on your knee? Okay. All right. Let's not do that. Okay. Okay. So what we're working towards is flying crow, but we're going to just do it with, that's it. So knee into the upper arm, straighten the back leg back, push the floor away so my arms are just a little bit bent, and then take the back leg off. That's it. And eventually One day, that bottom foot floats off too. And exhale. Come back to seated with the other shin in front. Left shin in front, crossing the shins rather than the ankles. Or on top if your hips will allow that. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale with the long spine, hinging from the hips, come forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Really press the heels away. That's it. And now come up, top of the left foot back. If you're really rolling over onto this side, then the block goes underneath your extended leg for stability. Fold forward. So the props allow you to get into poses while you're working through tightness, or if you've got different body proportions. So we want to get the feeling of, we can get into these poses rather than we're never going to get into these poses. And this is where props can give you the feeling of what it's like to be in the pose. Inhale all the way up. Thigh stretch all the way back. Quad stretch onto your forearms. Everybody's lifting the heart, so we're using it as a chest opener as well. Maybe on your back. This is so the opposite to what we normally do. If you think about what a chair or a car seat looks like, what your hip position is, our default position is with this quad muscle shortened. So this might feel quite intense as we're doing the opposite. Inhale, come back to center. And then I'll show you the flying crow prep on the other side. So you can start like this, like you're about to start a race with the left leg, right knee in front, hands down. And now you're going to turn your foot out to the right with your knee on the upper arm. And then shift the weight into the hands and just take the back foot off. So eventually you'll balance like that. And coming down. Sit all the way back down. For tabletop. Feet extended, hands point towards the front of the mat. Feet flat, lift the hips. And then really feel like you're broadening across the chest, squeezing your bum. And then open out the front of the throat. Let your head go if you can. I actually like to point my hands out a tiny bit here, just to get a bit more opening in the chest. And then take your bum down, but hover it. Push through the heels, keep your bum off. Take it through your hands if you can, and then sit down. Soles of the feet together, knees apart for cobbler's pose. Again, another lovely hip opener. Open out the soles of the feet like a book and press the knees down. And this is where you can actually use I'll give you the other one so they're the same. So you feel supported, but you've also got something to push against. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, push your knees out with the outer muscles of the legs. Really push these outside edges of the feet. So I'm trying to kind of almost like squeeze these two surfaces together really strong, the outside edges of the feet. And now come up, take the big toes, lean back on your sit bones, and see if you can extend the legs a little bit or all the way. That's it, pull the chest forward, draw the elbows back. And then let the toes go, keep the legs up. 3, 2, 1, lying on your back. We're going to take the legs over and wide and grab the big toes. So same shape, but on our backs. Supta Konasana. Supta lying down, Kona angle pose. I'm just going to move your blocks. Will the legs go over your head? Not today. Okay. The alternative is happy baby, holding the outsides of your feet like this. If you do have your legs over your head, keep hold of the big toes and see if you can rock up. Do you want to pull your knees into your chest or windshield wiper?
My spine's becoming a bit more curved, so the only thing on the mat is my spine. So it's painful.
Does it feel lumpy? Okay. Coming all the way up. Gomukhasana, the cow face pose. It's a leg, outer hip and an arm stretch. So on all fours, take the right knee to the midline and step the left knee behind it. So you're crossing your knees. And then sit down on the floor or on a block. That's it. How's that on your knees? Bottom leg straight maybe, to make it more comfortable.
Just do what you're doing.
Okay.
Just keep going along.
Okay. Either sitting tall like this or adding an arm variation, which is left arm over, right arm under, reaching for your fingertips behind you, or just holding your t-shirt. The alternative is to just grab your top elbow and give yourself a stretch like this. Feeling the ground, so press whatever's on the floor, press it down so you feel a kind of push back from the earth and an inner lift all the way through the spine, through the crown of the head. Feel the head connected to your root. And release. Flip the legs over. Your knees are in a pile. If your knees don't like this, maybe just straighten the bottom leg. That might be a bit more comfortable. Sit tall. If you're adding the arm variation, it's left arm under, right arm over, reach behind you, or just simply grab the top elbow. Or use your scrunchie. This again can feel quite intense because of the way we spend our days doing pretty much the opposite of opening out our chest like this and our hips. Staying with the sensations by turning up the breath. And release. Shake out your legs in front of you, shake out your arms. Finishing postures now. So usually at the end we go upside down in some form. So your choices here: headstand or shoulder stand. What do you fancy?
Shoulder stand.
Shoulder stand. Okay. If you're not doing shoulder stand, it's legs up the wall or legs in the air like this. Shoulder stander, support the lower back, take the chin off the chest and reach for the sky with your feet. Slowing your breath down. And here you can send your mind's eye to your diaphragm. In fact, you can probably see the movement of the diaphragm through your abdomen. Feel it lifting your digestive organs as you breathe in and massaging the heart as you breathe out. Just Slowing the breath right down, even, steady breath. Take the feet over the head for plough. Keep supporting the back until your feet come on the floor. If they do reach the floor, you interlock your fingers, make a fist, shuffle your shoulders under. And then using your hands as brakes on the mat, roll all the way down, legs extended. Everybody can join in with fish pose, lying flat. Arms alongside the body, press into the elbows, lift the chest as high as it will go. And then look behind you, stretching the front of the throat. Take the crown of the head on the floor. Press into the elbows again to lift the chest and crown of the head. And exhale, maybe go a little deeper. Close your mouth, close your eyes, relax your face. Pressing into the elbows to release the head. Lie all the way down, rock the head from side to side. We'll finish with a spinal twist. Hug the knees into the chest. Extend the left leg and drop the right knee over to the right. And switch sides, back to center. Right leg extends, left knee to chest. Drop it over to the right. And then back to center. Take a big stretch. Hold everything in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And sigh it out, as many of those as you need to feel heavy. And to let go. Draw the hands into the side of the body, rock your head from side to side. Do you need a jumper? No. Thanks. And let everything go, feeling heavy. Feeling your eyes dropping into your head like stones. The teeth gently parted and the root of your tongue nice and soft, your tongue resting behind your teeth. Your shoulders relaxing into the mat, your palms rolling to face up. Your hips relaxed, your legs, your feet flopping out, just let them go. Returning your breath to its automatic function, allowing your breath to breathe you. There's nothing to do, nothing to think, nowhere to be. Now beginning to feel your body back on the mat. Feel the outline of you returning as you maybe move your fingers and toes. Maybe head from side to side, rolling over like you're getting out of bed. I'll come to seated. Let's close with a humming breath, feeling the breath through the chest with our hands. Deep breath in and the longest out breath you can. Inhaling. Release the hands, bowing down. Oh, you carry on. Come back to sitting. But you know what? Thank you, everyone. Trinny was saying that you wanted to connect your head and your heart more, and that is such a good thing because you feel the breath going in through the nose, but then the sensation goes to the heart, and it's like a massage for your heart, and it opens up all of this. So
I feel instinctively how good it, like I always want you to do a second one when you only do a first
one. I'm just conscious of time, but hum it throughout the day. When you're on the loo, maybe when you're trying to poo, like me.
Okay. Back to poo quite quickly on this live.
I'm half German. We're always obsessed with our poo.
I know, our family just always do. But yes, because so I said to Victoria on Sunday, could we do something? Because you remember a while ago we did all the chakras, but something, and this is just a personal thing for me, but some of you might identify that if you have your sort of heart and your head, forget about calling it chakra or anything, that there's sometimes a disconnect. So about bringing them together through a yoga practice. So Sunday. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. And so anything to open up the neck. So when you're putting on your neck cream, you can massage your neck, opening up the channel between the head and the heart, and just say, just imagine that connection happening. Just sending your mind's eye there.
Okay. All right. I can't wait for Sunday. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
I won't be saving it, but Victoria will have it on her channel.